What if your mind could be controlled by someone else? Imagine losing control of your thoughts, your actions, even your memories. This isn't science fiction, it's the reality of hypnosis. From ancient rituals to modern therapy, we'll uncover shocking truths about mind manipulation. We'll delve into real-life cases where hypnosis changed lives forever, including one terrifying story that will make you question everything you know about free will. But beware, once you understand how hypnosis works, you might never look at strangers the same way again. Stay until the end to learn how to protect yourself from unwanted influence. Don't miss this mind-blowing journey into the human psyche. Subscribe now to unlock the full mystery of mental manipulation. The human mind has always been a source of fascination and mystery, but nothing captures our imagination quite like the power of suggestion. Since ancient times, various cultures have explored methods of altering consciousness, seeking ways to tap into the deeper recesses of the human psyche. The earliest records of hypnotic practices date back thousands of years to ancient Egypt and Greece, where sleep temples served as centers for healing and spiritual transformation. These primitive forms of hypnosis were often intertwined with religious ceremonies, creating an aura of mysticism around the practice that persists to this day. As civilizations evolved, so did their understanding of the mind's susceptibility to external influences, though scientific explanations remained elusive. The modern concept of hypnosis began taking shape during the 18th century through the work of Franz Mesmer, whose controversial theories about animal magnetism sparked both ridicule and genuine interest among the scientific community. Despite the skepticism surrounding his methods, Mesmer's experiments laid the groundwork for future investigations into the nature of suggestion and its effects on the human body. His famous Backhaze sessions, where patients gathered around large wooden tubs containing iron filings and water, created a peculiar atmosphere that seemed to amplify the therapeutic effects of his treatments. Though his explanation involving magnetic fluids was eventually discredited, the observed phenomena of altered states and healing responses couldn't be ignored. As medical science progressed, researchers began separating the mystical elements from the observable physiological changes occurring during hypnotic states. The discovery of measurable physical responses, such as reduced heart rate, altered brainwave patterns, and increased suggestibility, provided concrete evidence that something profound was happening within the human nervous system. These findings opened new avenues for exploring how the mind-body connection could be harnessed for therapeutic purposes, leading to the development of clinical hypnosis as we know it today. The ability to induce deep relaxation while maintaining focused attention proved particularly valuable in addressing various psychological and physical conditions. The mechanisms behind hypnosis continue to intrigue scientists, revealing complex interactions between different regions of the brain. Neuroimaging studies have shown that during hypnotic states, certain areas responsible for critical thinking and self-awareness become less active, while others associated with concentration and imagination become more engaged. This shift in brain activity explains why individuals under hypnosis can experience vivid hallucinations or perform actions they might normally resist. The phenomenon known as dissociation allows people to separate from their usual sense of identity and perception, making them more receptive to suggestions that could help overcome phobias, manage pain, or break destructive habits. Despite advances in understanding the neurological basis of hypnosis, its true potential remains largely untapped. The interplay between conscious and subconscious processes continues to challenge traditional views of human psychology, suggesting that our minds possess capabilities far beyond what most people realize. From enhancing athletic performance to facilitating profound personal transformations, the applications of hypnotic techniques keep expanding as researchers uncover more about how suggestion can influence both mental and physical well-being. However, with great power comes great responsibility, and the ethical implications of manipulating someone's mind cannot be overstated, especially when considering historical cases where these abilities were used for less noble purposes. In the late 19th century, a prominent psychiatrist named Dr. Edward Carver conducted a series of controversial experiments that would later become infamous in the annals of psychological research. Working from a secluded asylum on the outskirts of London, Carver had developed an obsessive interest in the limits of human suggestibility. His subjects were primarily patients suffering from various mental disorders, though he occasionally extended his experiments to unsuspecting visitors who came seeking treatment. What began as legitimate therapeutic attempts gradually transformed into increasingly unethical manipulations of the human mind, driven by Carver's growing ambition to master the art of complete mental control. Carver's methodology was both systematic and chilling. He maintained meticulous records of each session, documenting every detail from initial induction techniques to the depth of trance achieved. His favorite method involved combining rhythmic verbal suggestions with carefully orchestrated visual stimuli, often using a pendulum or flickering lights to enhance the hypnotic effect. Once his subjects entered a sufficiently deep trance, Carver would begin planting complex post-hypnotic suggestions designed to alter their behavior long after they returned to waking consciousness. These suggestions ranged from simple tasks like carrying objects to specific locations to more disturbing commands affecting their relationships and daily routines. The most notorious aspect of Carver's work involved his attempts to create multiple personalities within single individuals. Through repeated sessions over several months, he claimed success in establishing distinct personality states that could be triggered by specific cues. Some of his subjects reportedly exhibited dramatic shifts in character, mannerisms, and even physical capabilities depending on which personality was active. While these claims generated significant controversy in academic circles, many colleagues dismissed them as elaborate fabrications or manifestations of hysteria rather than genuine psychological phenomena. However, the consequences of Carver's experiments became apparent when several former patients began exhibiting bizarre behavioral patterns outside the clinic. Reports emerged of individuals performing inexplicable actions, experiencing memory lapses spanning entire days, or adopting completely different personas without conscious awareness. Some victims found themselves unable to account for periods of time during which they had apparently traveled to distant locations or engaged in activities entirely contrary to their normal character. The most extreme cases involved patients committing acts of violence or self-harm, seemingly programmed by Carver's suggestions but operating beyond their conscious control. The true extent of Carver's influence came to light when one of his former subjects, a young governess named Margaret Haversham, kept a detailed journal documenting her experiences following treatment. Her writings revealed a pattern of compulsive behaviors and fragmented identities that aligned perfectly with Carver's experimental notes. The journal also contained cryptic references to a secret society interested in funding Carver's research, hinting at larger forces at play behind his work. When Margaret attempted to confront Carver about her condition, she discovered that numerous other patients shared similar stories of manipulated lives and shattered identities. The scandal reached its peak when investigators uncovered Carver's private laboratory beneath the asylum, filled with disturbing documentation of his experiments and evidence of unauthorized procedures performed on vulnerable patients. Among the discoveries were recordings of sessions where Carver appeared to push subjects beyond their psychological limits, testing how far he could extend his control over their thoughts and actions. These revelations forced the medical community to establish strict ethical guidelines regarding the use of hypnosis and therapy. The rumors persist that similar experiments continued in secret facilities around the world. While cases like Dr. Carver's represent the darkest aspects of hypnotic manipulation, contemporary research has illuminated the remarkable potential of hypnosis when applied responsibly and ethically. Modern neuroscience has confirmed that the human brain possesses an extraordinary capacity for change and adaptation, particularly when guided by skilled practitioners using appropriate techniques. Clinical hypnosis has evolved into a respected therapeutic tool, helping millions overcome challenges ranging from chronic pain management to anxiety disorders. The key lies in understanding the delicate balance between suggestion and individual autonomy, ensuring that hypnosis serves as a means of empowerment rather than control. Today's certified hypnotherapists operate under stringent professional standards that prioritize patient safety and informed consent. Their training emphasizes the importance of establishing trust and maintaining clear boundaries throughout the therapeutic process. Rather than attempting to dominate or manipulate their clients' minds, ethical practitioners focus on facilitating natural healing processes already present within the subconscious. Techniques have become increasingly sophisticated, incorporating insights from cognitive psychology, neurobiology, and mindfulness practices to create personalized approaches that respect each individual's unique psychological makeup. The applications of modern hypnotherapy extend far beyond traditional psychotherapy settings. In medical contexts, Hypnosis has proven effective in preparing patients for surgery, reducing recovery times, and minimizing the need for pharmaceutical interventions. Athletes utilize hypnotic techniques to enhance focus and performance, while artists and creatives employ similar methods to access deeper levels of inspiration and innovation. Even corporate environments have embraced hypnosis-based training programs to improve employee productivity and stress management. These diverse applications demonstrate how understanding the mechanics of suggestion can lead to positive transformations across various aspects of human endeavor. Yet for all its benefits, hypnosis remains a powerful tool that demands careful consideration and responsible application. The lessons learned from past abuses underscore the importance of maintaining rigorous ethical standards and ongoing professional oversight. Researchers continue studying the precise mechanisms through which hypnotic suggestions influence neural pathways and behavioral patterns, seeking to refine techniques while expanding our understanding of consciousness itself. Each new discovery brings us closer to unlocking the full potential of the human mind while reinforcing the need for caution and respect in its exploration. As our journey through the fascinating world of hypnosis concludes, remember that the power of suggestion exists within us all, waiting to be harnessed for personal growth and transformation. Whether through formal hypnotherapy or everyday interactions, the words we choose and the ideas we embrace shape our reality in profound ways. By understanding how suggestion works, we gain not only insight into our own minds, but also the ability to navigate the complex web of influences that surround us daily. To continue exploring the mysteries of the human psyche and discover more captivating stories about the mind's hidden potential, subscribe to our channel and join our community of curious minds seeking truth beyond the surface of consciousness.